Hi, everyone, and welcome to our informational webinar, Teaching in the USA with Educational Partners International. We are Educational Partners International, but we commonly call ourselves EPI for short, so you will hear me call us EPI throughout this presentation. My name is Jessica, and I work as a content specialist for EPI. I am from the mountains of North Carolina, and before working with EPI, I taught English at the community college level. And I'm really excited to have a job that combines my passion for education with my passion for cultural exchange. Today, I will be talking about what EPI does and how you can apply. We also want you to take this opportunity to ask any questions you have regarding EPI and our process. You can ask us questions in the comment box and we will answer them at the end of the presentation. Keep in mind that we won't be able to answer any questions about your specific application for privacy reasons. All of those questions should be emailed to team@teachwithepi.com. Today's webinar is a general introduction to EPI. By the end of this presentation, we hope you will understand the mission of EPI and know the benefits of joining our program both in program and after you leave the U.S. We will also answer any questions you have about the EPI program. So the first question that most people have is, what is EPI? And you can answer that question in a lot of ways, but first and foremost, EPI is a cultural exchange program that brings international teachers into the U.S. to teach. Officially, EPI is designated by the U.S. Department of State as a sponsor for an exchange visitor program. We have become a world leader in cultural exchange, helping hundreds of teachers around the world to come to the U.S. to teach. Teachers in our program are currently teaching in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Florida. While we work with schools across the southern United States, our office is in North Carolina, which is about where that arrow is on the map there. We would love to know where you are from too, so go ahead and tell us in the comments. To understand the importance of U.S. cultural exchange, you may want to know more about the history of cultural exchange in the United States. Much of our cultural exchange movement in the U.S. was started by Senator J. William Fulbright. He was passionate about strengthening U.S. international relations and saw cultural exchange as a good way to accomplish this. You are probably familiar with his name because he created the Fulbright Program, which is a famous international education scholarship. After creating the Fulbright Program, he passed and developed the Fulbright-Hays Act of 1961. The purpose of this act was to increase mutual understanding between the people of the United States and the people of other countries by means of educational and cultural exchange in order to strengthen the ties which unite us with other nations. The Fulbright-Hays Act led to the creation of cultural exchange programs across the U.S., including ours. If you've been on our website, you have probably seen this definition for EPI. Educational Partners International is an exchange visitor program authorized to sponsor teachers for K-12 placement in public, private, and charter schools in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Florida. But what does that actually mean? Well, as we've already stated, it means that we offer cultural exchange opportunities for teachers from other countries to come to the United States. Cultural exchange means that our teachers come to the United States to share their culture and then return to their home countries so that they can share what they have learned about the U.S. Our program is a 3-year program. After those 3 years, you could possibly apply for an extension of up to 2 years, which means that the longest you will stay in the United States with us is 5 years. After you have finished the program, you will return to your home country for 2 years. Those 2 years where you go back to your home country are important because that is where you are really going to complete our cultural exchange mission. Of course, we want to help you come to the U.S. to share your culture, but we are also interested in you returning home and sharing your experiences in the United States with other people in your home country. That is because EPI believes sharing knowledge across cultures and venues improves understanding among teachers, students, administrators, and members of the communities in which we live. This is the whole reason why we do this program. Your ability to bring your culture to the United States and then to take United States culture back home with you is really what true cultural exchange is about. Exchanging knowledge and information between cultures so that we can understand each other better as a global community. So, what does this kind of cultural exchange look like? Well, as a teacher with EPI, you will create projects and events to help share some of your culture with students and teachers in the U.S. Today, we have a couple of examples of projects our teachers have done in the past. This is a cultural exchange program that one of our teachers from China did with his class. He organized a pen pal program between U.S. students and Chinese students, which he called the International Academic Friendship Program. Here are pictures of some of the letters that they wrote to each other. This is an activity one of our Filipino teachers organized for his art class. He taught the class about the Mascara Festival and its history. He then had his students make their own traditional festival masks. Here is an event that a couple of our Jamaican teachers did together. For this event, they made Jamaican food. They also taught traditional dances to the students and teachers at the school. Another one of our teachers from China organized a traditional Chinese New Year's festival. For the festival, her students made costumes so that they could put on a parade for the school. The parade also gave other classes the chance to experience her culture as well. They also performed traditional songs and dances and wore traditional Chinese clothing to celebrate. So, as you can see, we provide many opportunities for you to share your culture with your school here in the United States, and there are many different ways that you can do this. You will have the ability to find what you are really passionate about and share that with your students here. Now that you have more of a background on who we are and what we do, it's time to talk about what benefits you get from participating in our program. As we keep talking about, the most obvious benefit is that you will get to encounter new cultural experiences, experience life in the U.S., and share your culture with people who would not normally experience it. Your students here may not know very much at all about life in your home country, and you will get to share things with your students they would have never known otherwise. By doing this, you also have the opportunity to make a positive impact for students all over the world, not just in your home country. Also, one of the most important things that we offer you is personal and professional support for you during your time here in the United States. We think teacher support is a major part of this whole process and one of the most important things that we do. We are invested in your success, so we are available as a resource for you even after you arrive in the U.S. So let's talk more in depth about the type of support that we offer our teachers. EPI's support program is an area of pride for us as a cultural exchange program. As as soon as you are placed in a school, one of our dedicated and trained support team members will contact you to help guide you in the process of moving to the U.S. The relationship between you and the support team is an important one and will continue throughout your time as an EPI program member. Should you need help of any kind while you are in the U.S., the support team is ready to help you. At EPI, we understand that American students need the international perspective that teachers like you bring, and we are dedicated in doing all we can to help you deliver it. From culture shock to meeting the needs of struggling learners, we are here to support you. EPI is a program that not only provides benefits while you are here, but also when you return to your home country. The experiences and professional development that you will have while in the United States is something that you will carry with you your whole life. Once you are done with our program, you will go home with a new perspective that will enrich your personal and professional life. Also, participating in this program means that you are now a world educator. You are a teacher who has taught students from multiple countries all over the world. Experiences like these are truly life changing, and you will not be the same kind of teacher or person that you were before you came here, which we consider to be one of the major benefits of participating in our program. Before we finish talking about the benefits that EPI has to offer, here is what some of our teachers have to say about their time in the United States. Daniel from Australia says EPI has been one of the most approachable, supportive, and worthwhile companies. They know when to provide valuable assistance and when to let me grow and develop as an educator on my own. The process can be rigorous, but EPI is there to help every step of the way. Alderine from Jamaica says EPI has provided me with a cultural experience that is enlightening. I have grown personally and professionally. EPI staff are highly professional and cater to the individual needs of their teachers. I recommend EPI to all educators seeking a new and fulfilling experience. We also have a video of several of our teachers from the Philippines telling their stories of teaching in the United States. After this brief video, we will be answering your questions in a live question and answer session, so go ahead and ask your questions now. So this is what they have to say about their experiences with EPI.
I came to the United States not just to teach, but to make a difference in American students' lives.
When my friends told me about the EPI program to become the cultural ambassador as an exchange teacher here, oh, it sounds like, oh, I want to try it.
Basically, I joined EPI because I've always had passion for cultural exchange.
For me, teaching is the most enjoyable and the most effective way of changing the world.
It's a give and take learning. They don't only learn from me, but I also learn from them.
I feel honored and excited to be the cultural ambassador of the Philippines to the U.S. in the field of education.
The reason why I joined EPI is because it's my childhood dream to teach in the United States.
We are happy because the EPI gave us this opportunity to serve the American kids and to share our culture to them.
It took me a long time to fulfill my American dream, and it was because of EPI.
I will also have the opportunity to share this passion with everybody and hopefully make a difference in my students' journey to success.
They told me, you are the only Asian person here. And I told them, all right, this Asian person will make change on you.
So one of my students, I heard that she applied for an exchange student in the Philippines. She said that, you know what, I am very curious of what I have just saw in your video.
So with the support of Filipino teachers and also other EPI teachers that are coming from other countries, you will really feel like everything is really worth doing as a teacher.
I started watching the football games and all the other sports games of my students to be in a community where I belong.
The community was very supportive. It's not only the school, but also some of the churches. They come together to help me put out my house. They put together furniture.
And we're so proud because me and my wife teaching together, sharing everything to the kids, to the American kids, and at the same time, we're learning also their culture.
We both know that when we work together towards a common goal, we can make it. We can make it happen.
To hear more from our teachers, visit our Facebook page. We have posted several videos of our teachers talking about their cultural exchange experiences. We also post teacher stories on our website, teachwithepi.com. So now it's time for questions. I will be answering any questions that you have left in the comments. So if you've not yet submitted your questions, please ask them now. Also, we encourage you to tell us about yourself. We would love to know where you are from and what you are currently teaching. It looks like today we have already heard from teachers from Mexico, the Philippines, Colombia, Argentina, Jamaica, and Colombia. So thanks for joining us today. Our first question is, how do I apply and what are the requirements? So I'm actually about to go more in depth about this question, but first you apply on our website, teachwithepi.com, and then you will scroll down until you see the big orange button that says apply now, and you'll click that button and start your application. Our requirements, there are a few of them, but some of the major requirements are that you are currently teaching, that you have 2 years full-time teaching experience, and that you have the equivalent of a U.S. bachelor's degree. Our next question is there an age limit? No, we do not have an age limit. As long as you meet our other requirements, you can go ahead and start your application at teachwithepi.com. Our next question is, what subjects are you looking for? And specifically, are we looking for special education teachers? So we place teachers in all subjects, and that includes special education. Our next question is, when do you accept applications? So we accept applications year-round. You can start your application at any time. Our next question is, are there any positions available for this upcoming school year? We are still placing for this upcoming school year. For more information about your application and if you will be able to be placed this year, you can email us at team@teachwithepi.com. Our next question is, do I need a driver's license? No, you do not need a driver's license to be a part of our program. You can start the application without it. Our next question is there an application fee? No, there is no application fee. You will need to be responsible for some of the documents associated with your application, such as the criminal record checks and the certified translations, but there is no flat application fee. Okay, so our last question for today is, what grade levels are you looking for? We are currently placing teachers in grades kindergarten through 12th grade, which are approximately ages 5 to 18. Okay, that's our last question for today. If you did not get to ask your question, go ahead and leave it in the comments. We will answer all remaining questions in the comments after the broadcast today. So now that you know more about us, the question is EPI right for you? Here we have listed some of the basic requirements for our program. EPI teachers must have a bachelor's degree. They must have at least 2 years full-time teaching experience. They must be currently teaching, and they must have advanced English skills. So if that sounds like it applies to you, go ahead and apply at teachwithepi.com. As you can see in the video, the first step is to go to our website, teachwithepi.com/teachers. Once you are there, scroll down until you see the orange button that says click here to apply. Then you will answer some questions about your eligibility and click the submit button. After you answer the questions, you will be able to make an account with your email address and start your application. An email address is all you need to get started. If you have already started the application process, be sure that you are checking your email regularly for updates on your application status. In closing, I would like to share this quote with J. William Fulbright that I feel illustrates the importance of cultural exchange education. We must try to expand the boundaries of human wisdom, empathy, and perception, and there is no way of doing that except through education. Much like Fulbright talks about here, at EPI we hope to expand the understanding of U.S. students by giving them the opportunity to learn from teachers like you. So that's all for today, everybody. If you're interested in viewing our previous webinars or signing up for upcoming webinars, go to teachwithepi.com/webinars and sign up for our mailing list. Also, be sure to follow us on Facebook to hear about upcoming events as well as to hear more from our current teachers. If you have any more questions, be sure to email us at team@teachwithepi.com. On behalf of everyone at EPI.com, or on behalf of everyone at EPI, thanks for joining us today and have a great day.